Hey there, fellow achievers. Welcome back to the podcast where this week we're going to go over how to set quarterly goals in your business. As of this recording, we're heading into Q2, and I really just think this can be a great episode to dive into seeing that bigger picture of your business, making goals that really do work for you versus somebody else's business, and making it very easy month to month to know what you need to focus on as it relates to your specific goals. So before we jump into this episode, I just want to let you guys know that the 3-day Profit Amplifier Challenge is back. So starting on April 23rd, we are going to go through a free 3-day experience together to lay out exactly what your business looks like right now, what your offers are, how to meet your income goals, and from there, what kind of content you need to be creating, how often, all of these things answered in order to drive the amount of leads that you need in order to get the sales that you want, in order to hit your income goals, and really make sure that you are maximizing the profits available to you within your business. So you need to head over to thedaydreamachiever.com/profit, and you can go ahead, just let me know your name, your email address, so I know you're interested in this. We're going to be starting it, like I said, towards the end of this month, but you can get your name on right away to make sure you are in for the goods. Again, it is completely free. It's a 3-day challenge, and it's really laser focused on making sure that you are rocking a profitable business in 2018 in a way that's really aligned with you, the offers you want to put out into the world, and the skill sets that you have in order to attract the right people to those offers. So let's go ahead and jump back into this quarterly planning, because for me, each quarter in my business does give me that chance to get a fresh start, right? It gives me that chance to go ahead and just wipe the slate clean of anything that may have happened in the past quarter, good or bad, just to kind of get this good feeling of, all right, whatever may not have worked, it's okay. We have time to make this right, to put it the way that we want it to. Anything that did really work, now we can ramp this up, and we have this fresh, clean slate in order to do so. Now, one of the mistakes that I see that happens a lot of times when it comes to goal setting, I think we overcomplicate this a lot more than it needs to be, but is that people are looking at month to month instead of the bigger picture of their business. So what starts to happen is you set these annual goals for your business. I want to make X amount within 12 months. Here's what I want to make it from. But then we never look at it after we set that at January 1st or whatever you're setting your goals for. But once you do that, you start to push them away, and then you go into this month by month of, let me just make enough money to cover X, let me just make enough money for this. And when you get to the end of the year and you total all of those months up, you're not where your goal was, not even close. So we want to make sure that we aren't doing this micro thinking from month to month. That's actually not the same or in alignment with our overall picture. We want to make sure we take our annual goal in account, break it up into our quarterly goals, then break it up into our monthly goal, versus starting each month going, okay, now what? Okay, now what? Like, what do I do now? What do I do now? No, we want to see this bigger picture at all times so that by the time we get to the end of the year, you really are at the goal that you have. You really are at this place where you can see just how much all of this momentum has been stacking, then starting each month off as like a brand new goal setting thing and just throwing things out there, which I used to run my business that way. So I'm saying all of this because I get it, because I've been there, and I also get that it doesn't have to stay that way. It actually can be more effective and more efficient to be able to take this time right now and have this whole picture in mind for your business. So we're going to take you through those steps here. So the first thing I want you to do, which tends to get missed the most, is I want you to look back at the last 90 days in your business. So I want you to use what has been going on in your business so far to help you make decisions for what is going to happen upcoming for your business. So I want you to take this full picture look at the past 90 days. And the first thing is going to be your offers and or sales. So what did you put out into the world within the past 90 days? So these are things that you intentionally promoted and or had a goal for promoting within your business. So writing each of those things down, you may have offers that you never focused on in the past 90 days because it just didn't fit. Maybe you have a couple different passive courses or whatever you have in your business. You can go ahead and just ignore those. We want the things that you were intentionally focused on growing and earning more profits from. So go ahead and list those out within your business and then see what those numbers look like. So this is where we start to learn what to duplicate or not duplicate in the coming months. So first thing is ask yourself with each of these offers, if you didn't hit the goals that you had, then what went wrong? Really be honest with yourself. Did I not promote as much? Am I only one person? I can't handle all of the different pieces I had for this offer. So a lot of them fell when I thought that I was going to be able to do it all. Did it not connect with my audience? Maybe you put something out, you tried it and went, this isn't working exactly as we expected it to. That's okay. We're just taking this honest assessment of what is really going on. So first thing is what went wrong, then look at what went right. So yes, you had a successful launch. You hit your good, better, you hit your best goal. Whatever it was for you, you really are excited about it. Okay, this is what worked for me. I saw my engagement was really up on these certain emails or these certain posts about this offer. I saw that this offer sold more because it connected in XYZ way. Just having, again, this honest assessment that is going on with each of the offers that you were intentionally promoting in the past 90 days. Now, with that, you're also asking, what did I learn in this process? Because there is no way you didn't learn anything in 90 days, because if not, you probably weren't running your business, because we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always figuring out what works and what doesn't work for us. And it's with this knowledge that we can appreciate this journey. Nobody gets all the way to their end point, whatever that may be in their business, their big vision and their goal, by just ignoring all of the successes that have happened along the way and all of the things that they've learned and all the ways that they've grown. So this gives you that time to really look at this. Okay, what went wrong? Take yourself out of your business and really sit there and analyze it for what it is. What went wrong? What went right? What did I learn in this process? And then the next step is, what quarterly goals coming up need to be changed based on this information. So if you thought you were going to make, let's say, a certain income in Q1, and one of those offers did not bring in the income that you expected, or maybe none of them did, who knows? Maybe it didn't work as well for your income goal. Well, how are we going to make that up in Q2? What are we going to do and strategize out of how I can make that money so that still at the end of the year, I've still hit my big annual goal? So this is, again, where that disconnect can come in, is if you're just focused on what's in front of you, you never either make that money up or you never look back at what was going on. And instead, what you do is you make goals for right now, you make goals for right now in the next quarter, and the same thing. Then you get to the end of the year and you don't know why you didn't hit your income goal. So this allows me to see if it was a program. Okay, if we are short 5 people, what can I do to get 5 more people in for Q2? Because then it's going to match up my numbers. Then by halfway through the year, okay, I still hit it. It may not have been exactly what it looked like originally when I set this annual goal, but we still got there because I was able to see what wasn't working in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, I either put together some kind of offer or package or just brought more people into a different thing to make up that number. So I'm able to see that, but I have to have that full picture look at my sales first to see, okay, well, this part didn't exactly work to get to our numbers. It's okay. I can't be attached to that. What I can do is plan out for this quarter how I'm going to make that up. Or if you're in a surplus, okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and keep Q2 exactly how I planned it originally. I can keep it the same. we're just going to stay at a positive. Or if something doesn't wind up working in Q2, great, I still have a surplus from Q1. So that's okay. I'm going to be fine. So having a surplus is never a bad thing. It just allows you to have some more flexibility going throughout the year. So this has that option to work both ways for you. But if you're not looking back, you're not going to be able to see this. And then the next thing I look at is my visibility and or traffic for the past 90 days. So where were my efforts truly focused and what was that end result? So I want to see, for me, I know a big focus of ours is Instagram this year. So I really want to focus in on that area as far as social media is concerned and the podcast as far as my content. So I'm aware of that. So because of this, I can sit down and say, okay, what am I looking at to see my growth on Instagram? Is it following? Is it engagement? Is it the people checking out my stories? You get to see what it is for you. What did you focus on in order to increase your visibility? If you were pitching a podcast, how many podcasts did you actually pitch to that you planned on? And how many did you get a yes from? Same thing with guest blogging. Same thing with if you're creating blogs for your own website. If your goal was one blog a week, did you do that? And what was the result? So what does your traffic look like on your website right now that's going into those blogs? So you get to really take this 90-day look at what is going on. I've seen plenty of people in this position when I start to say, okay, well, what does the last 90 days look like? You know, well, I'm not really consistent with putting out content, or I'm not consistent with engaging with my audience, or I'm not consistent on any platform, or I'm not consistent on updating my website and I want to be a blogger. Well, that's why you're not getting sales, right? Because of course your efforts weren't there, so you're not going to get the result. So same thing, like you have to take this honest look and decide what went wrong, what went right, what did I learn? So you're able to see, it could be that you double down on a new platform or a new content creation style, and you look back at 90 days and you go, do I still need to do that? Is it still worth my effort, or do I need to go ahead and switch to something else? You at least gave yourself 90 days of consistency to see that. Not to say, oh, it's going to skyrocket and everyone's going to be flocking you in 90 days. No, but you should be able to see a picture of how your efforts are paying off. So being able to take this realistic look and see what's working, what's not, what did I learn, and then continue or let go. So for me, we're continuing with Instagram because I know that that's something I enjoy being on as far as a platform. I know it's something that we are seeing growth on. We're seeing more engagement and DMs and things like that, which is what I'm looking for right now. And again, every business is going to be a little bit different here, but we go, okay, we're going to continue that. Where there's been times in the past where I go, you know what? I don't think this is the best use for visibility right now, at least for me. So I know I don't put a lot of effort and energy on blogging. It's just not my thing. I use podcasting. So when I look back 90 days, I can see the growth of the podcast and, new downloads and things like that. And since I know that's continuously growing, I enjoy it. It's getting me visible. It's directing people over to the different things that I have going on. Then that makes sense for me to continue. Where other things like Facebook pages, for me, Facebook groups, I did Medium for a little bit, things like that. I could see a span and go, not really working for me. And that's okay. I'm unattached to that, but I'm not going to continue the cycle of something that's not working for me because it's just not in alignment with what I'm at, or it's not giving me the kind of ROI that I'm looking for. And for every business, that is going to be different, which is why you have to ask yourself these questions. And then the next piece of this is your systems and or team. So it depends on where your business is at, but I like to look at these two things. So I look at, when it comes to the systems within my business, what did I do to improve in this area? I want to see that I am always making a conscious effort to improve my systems and my team. So do I need to be a better communicator? Do I need to, oh, there's no funnel for this piece. They click on here, it doesn't take them anywhere. I want to go ahead and improve that system. I need a new onboarding sequence for the Achiever Circle, which is actually something we're working on within this next quarter. So I can see those things of what systems do I have in place and or team members. And I say this, for me, it's both. For you, it may be one or the other at this point, or it could be both. And if so, then break both of them out, systems and team, and start to see, what did I do to improve in this area? What went wrong? What went right? What did I learn? Right now, I am learning that a CEO role can be a little tough sometimes. That's what I'm learning, okay? As far as getting the right people in on a team and structuring it and all of this type of thing. And I'll, continue to share that journey as we develop that and I get better at my role within my own business at this point. And this is the thing where you have to take that approach of, let me look at what I'm doing right here, what I'm doing wrong, and then what I am learning so that I know if I need to make a change, I need to do it now within this next quarter. Or I need to, okay, this is doing really well for our team, or our systems are up in the way that I want them to be. They're working really well. Okay, let's keep that going for Q2. We don't really have to make any changes right now, but at least I evaluated it so that if we do need to make changes, we're not getting to the end of the year going, oh, I always meant to get this person on the team and I never did. So now I've spent a whole year not getting this position filled when there was an obvious gap. Or, oh, we've been missing that piece of the funnel all year long, but because I never wrote down that we needed that part in our system, it never got done. So we want to make sure that we are really diving into that and being honest again with ourselves and taking out the attachment of ourselves to our business, because that's nothing to do with us. Us as a person, it just has to do with us as a business owner, which are two totally different things. And even taking the time to review your last quarter already put you, at least in my book, a step ahead of most people, because they won't do this work. They will listen to it and say, yeah, it sounds great in theory, but they won't actually go do it within their business because they're either afraid of what the outcome may be, or they have told themselves they don't have the time for it. And instead they fill their time with things that continue not to get them to their goals. So your choice. Number 2 is going to be now to create your plan. So you did your review phase. You really got into the trenches of what the last quarter looked like for your business. Now it's your time to go ahead and create your plan based on this. So once you look at that blank sheet of paper for the next quarter in your business, this is where I go grab my annual goals. Right away, I want to grab them and have them right next to me, because again, I need to base this off of the bigger picture going on in my business, not where I'm currently at. I want to get to that end goal, so I can't make decisions of me today. I need to make decisions of me at the end of the year. So I need that sheet with me. If you don't have an annual plan for your business, one, definitely get yourself into the amplifier. So the 3-day profit amplifier, we will go through structuring out your business for a year. But if you are also at a point where you go, I don't know if I made the right plan for me. I did do the annual plan, but I don't really know anymore now that we're in the thick of this year. I still want you to get in that challenge, because you're going to need a recap. You're going to need to go ahead and see where you are currently and adjust according to that. So thedaydreamachiever.com/profit. Make sure you get into the 3-day profit amplifier. Now, based on your annual plan, this is where we start to break things down. So based on the past quarter, what do you need in order to get to your income goal? So maybe, like we talked about in the last point, maybe you need to sell a little bit more because you didn't hit the last quarter income goal. So this allows you to look, hey, by midway of this year, because of course we're doing this during Q2 as of this recording, in order to get to where I want mid-year or 3/4 of the year, whatever, as long as I'm going to get there, then I need to make sure that I use my numbers. So what did I make in the last quarter? Do I need to get back on track? If so, that's going to affect what we put in there, or stay on track. So, oh, we either matched our income or exceeded it for Q1. So let's keep the same goals we have for Q2 as long as nothing else changed in your business. Let's go ahead and keep those same original plans we had, knowing we have this surplus or this break even going on right now. So this is going to help me because I'm already there. But if I need to make up money, then I'm going to plan for that in this plan right now in order to do this. So this allows me to really take a look here, and I am writing out all 3 of the next months. So for me, April, May, June, because this is in relation to Q2, I'm writing out each of those months, and under each month, I'm going to write down what I'm selling and how many. So how many spots do I need in order to fill this offer for myself, and what is that total income? So I can make sure, do the numbers match up? I can't say I want to achieve this goal and the numbers just don't make sense. We need to really take a look at that. So what offers am I promoting? If I start to see at this point, why do I have 5 offers here? Why do I have 4? Knowing I can't promote that many things at one time, unless it happens to be a passive offer where it's in a tripwire and it automatically goes to this and that within funnels. That could be one thing, but for most people, you should not be like manually promoting that much within a period, within a 90-day period. So really starting to see for each month, what are you selling? How many spots are you selling? What is that price? And adding up your numbers. And then from there, I'm asking myself, what is my main behind the scenes focus? So this is systems, team, those things that nobody really sees them because it's stuff that you're working on. Just like I shared how I'm trying to step into the CEO role even more within my business, adding more people into the team. And it's been kind of challenging for me. It's asking me to up level on another, on another stage. And because of that, yes, I'm still trying to figure out, are people in the right roles? Do we need more people for this? Do we not? And I'm working my way through that. But for you, you're going to have the same thing going on where these are things that you guys don't see on a daily basis. You don't see who's doing what upload to the site and what's doing this. You just see that it's done and it's out there and it's content, right? You're not seeing who's editing this podcast and everything like that. You're seeing the front facing picture. So you're going to have those things in your business as well. So what is your main behind the scenes focus? So a lot of times for us, it has to do with our funnels. So whether we're rebuilding a funnel, whether we're tweaking, whether we're optimizing a funnel, we have those things going on. It could just be a team focus. I know for us in Q2, we are completely, we're revamping within the Achiever Circle. So I just want to change the way things are going on in there, like some of the systems and such that we have set up. I think there's so much that I've learned and grown throughout this membership experience that I want to make it an even better place for the members in there. So that is like a systems thing for me. This is something that we need to dive into and really create a new path for members to go through and things like that. So that's all a behind the scenes type of thing. So you're going to have things like that for your business as well. So what are you selling? Break down those numbers. What is your main behind the scenes focus? And then what is your main visibility and or traffic focus? So what are you doing to get out there in front of more people this quarter? Because if you're trying to sell things, I really hate saying it's a numbers game. I just don't like when people say that, but sometimes it is the best phrase to use for this. Just to simplify it is, if you want to sell X many of something, you need a certain amount of leads to come through, quality leads, I should say, quality leads to come through that do attract to that offer, and not everyone's going to buy, right? I don't know anyone who has 100% conversion rate. If so, by all means, you get an interview on this podcast, because I need to pick your brain and I want everyone to know that you're a unicorn that exists. So if you have it where you are not increasing your visibility. You are not increasing the number of people you're getting out there in front of. You are just going to keep cycling through the same people over and over again who already have said they don't want that offer. And you just keep putting it in front of them, putting them in front of them. And then you wonder why the income isn't growing. Your sales aren't increasing. Well, we need people. We need leads to come in to this offer. So this is why for me, I'm always asking myself, like, what is my main visibility point? How am I bringing new people in? This could be organic. This could be paid. There are so many different ways to get traffic onto your site or into your offers or whatever you're trying to do. It's all about really dialing that in for where your focus is. So for us, we're doing a lot of Instagram testing in the past 90 days. And it's something that I still realize I have a lot to learn in that area. And I'm excited. I can see that we're having growth. So we are going to focus on it again in Q2 because it's working for us. It is getting there. I am starting to connect with people in a deeper way, which really that's always a win in my book. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to keep doing that. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead and follow me. It's Jess DD Achiever. So Daydream Achiever, DD Achiever. Obviously I can't get my name because somebody always has my name already. So this is where you're going to ask yourself what your plan looks like, and you're putting that in for each month of this quarter. So what are you selling? How many? What is your main focus behind the scenes? And our behind the scenes focus, I'll tell you guys, is only one thing at a time, because usually those behind the scenes focuses can take quite a bit of time. So I know that, and I'm not going to overwhelm us with our plate of trying to restructure so many different things with systems and teams and things like that. So I try to just really dial in at one thing if I can. If that gets done early, great, we can add something else, but I don't want to put that much pressure on our plate of behind the scenes when we still need to be selling and visibility and doing those things as well. And then of course your main visibility or traffic focus. So what are you doing to get yourself out there to more people? And once you have this for each month, it really starts to make this whole process easy, where you get to April 1st or May 1st or June 1st, whatever the case, you jump in there and you're able to say, okay, I'm at the first of the month. Let me go through and see exactly where we are to this quarter. So this means that in the first month, I get to look and say, based on the offers that I wrote down for this month, now what are my mini goals for this? What needs to be done in order to do this? So for us, we are opening back up the Achiever Circle. So we are going to be having a launch within this quarter. And because I know that, okay, so I have certain goals for the Achiever Circle. Now I can go ahead and go, now based on that, what tasks do we need to do? Well, we're going into a launch. So what do we need to do in order to have this successful launch? I write all of that down for the month. And then from there, I can go ahead and see, okay, who can help with this on my team? So are there people on the team which, yes, can help with certain tasks, because of course I'm not handling this all by myself. I'm able to see that for myself that, okay, this is what we need to do in order to make this happen for ourselves. So you're going to be able to do the same thing, where now we just get this monthly picture of, what do I need to do this month for sales? What do I need to do this month as far as systems? So as I mentioned, we are doing a rebuild, or I guess that's the right word. We're going to go with rebuild for the Achiever Circle. Like, we're tweaking a lot of things and the flow and how people experience the membership. So since we're doing that, okay, what's the first piece I can work on in the first month? So it's going to be outlining everything. So how do I want everything to look? That's going to take a long time, because we have a lot of awesome content in there, and I need to go through all of the content and make sure it goes in certain categories and certain places within your business, and we can have people follow this journey throughout and getting the resources they need for their business. So because of that, okay, the first month, I just need to focus on that. I need to focus on that area behind the scenes, because then month 2, we can actually start moving things around and, getting those things in place that we need. So this tells me, when I'm able to see this bigger picture, okay, by the end of this quarter, all of these things are going to get done, but it's because I broke them into these monthly digestible chunks in order to get them done in that way. And then from there, yes, if I'm doing this each quarter, I'm going to reach my annual goal versus just setting things for, what do things look like this month? What do I need to sell? What can I maybe do a little bit better of that I'm not feeling very good about right now, which is how most people set their goals. And then they go ahead, they start the month, they run on this. It doesn't match what their quarterly is because they haven't created them or haven't looked at them. Definitely doesn't match their annually because it's already in a drawer somewhere. And then when they get to the end of the year, it's, what just happened? I did a lot of work, but I'm not getting to where I want to be. So this process really does help break things down. And like I said, it's exactly what I use within my own business. And then I'm able to see, based on this monthly plan, where am I selling, or what am I selling, I should say. Where am I getting visible, and what am I doing behind the scenes to help support the growth of my business? Because we're always growing, I would hope. So what am I doing to help support that continued growth in my business? Okay, those are the main things that I am focused on this month. I am hitting those 3 points within my business, and I need to trust in that instead of getting wrapped up in all the other things out there that the wonderful online space is telling me I should be doing within my business. And I know you're hearing the same messages as well, where now this is the new thing, and this is the new thing, and everybody's leaving Facebook, and everybody's on Facebook, and everybody's in Snapchat, and everybody's off, and like all these things that go on. No, when you have your vision, when you have your specific plan and what you're doing for this year, it all becomes about breaking that down into smaller digestible chunks and then breaking it down again. And this is how we start to create that momentum of achieving what it is that you want for the year. So my hope is that at least taking you through this process was helpful for you to see how I do this within my own business, because it's exactly what I go through. And something that you can go back through when you are sitting there with your journal and go through for yourself, because you may be out and about right now, but going through in your business and starting to see what this review looks like, how to set your goals for this year, and then or this quarter, and then how to break them down into those monthly goals so that you can go ahead and know exactly what you're taking action on this month within your business. Have that clarity, have that focus. And this is when people say, put your blinders on. This is how you start to do that, because you have your own plan and you don't need to pay attention to what everybody else is doing, because you're focused here right now. And then after the 90 days is over, you can review and see if that focus needs to change for you. Then you can experiment the new social platform, or then you can experiment the new system for streamlining whatever it is that you're trying to streamline. Then you can go ahead and decide that you want to implement funnels now for your system, or add new team people, or whatever you're doing for your business. You get to see that as a very, very clear path for yourself versus getting caught up in everything that we have being thrown at us at any given time. So just a reminder before we go ahead and close out today, the Profit Amplifier 3-day challenge. If you are looking to scale your business to 6 figures and beyond while working less and living more, because yes, that's actually a real thing that people do when they scale their business, I promise you, we're going to put together a customizable, I can't talk today, Profit Amplifier plan for your business. So really get down to what your business needs, where your focus is, and how to create the strategy for your business in order to go ahead and make those goals come to life. So head on over to thedaydreamachiever.com/profit, and I will see you there.